Funny, funny. Alrighty. So, Burn Core is pretty simple most times. We're playing Burn Core to supercharge a Radiant Powder Keg that does 50% of enemies' max health while having Glass Cannon. So, we hopefully one-shot our enemy before we get one-shot ourselves. Sounds like a plan. And the plan has been going. So, as long as it continues, everything will be a-okay. Freezing items so that our opponent doesn't get to do much. We have 3 different freezes from Haste, Fire, Slow, and then we have 5 freezes from Cool and Leak. This is another, this is another. So, there's quite a lot of stuff that we're doing. Could be an extra second of freeze, I don't think so. No, that's an extra 5 seconds of freeze, which sounds pretty darn good. Oh yes, and we also have Petrifying Gaze, another freeze. We have Haste in terms of Heavy Machinery, and First Aid, and that's buffed once. Let's see if day 14 is the final one. Danny Carrot. A lot of skills. That's a Frozen Lizard. Oh, that's a frozen enemy board into a one-shot. Yes, of course. Skills are pretty darn strong. I didn't want Radiant Powder Keg with Glass Cannon to look balanced, but everything freezing just kind of took the impact of the one-shot out. Unfortunate. Alrighty. The moment your build comes together is quite lovely. In our bag, we had Scrap. We just reached level 16, and we upgraded Scrap with our level 16 upgrade. And then we got to upgrade the Scrap to Diamond Scrap. So now, the build comes together. And this core, and this combat core, both become Radiant, and our Radiant combat core has a 1-second cooldown. We have a remote control. We have a GPU. Because before turning it into a 1-second, those were actually great items that got us here.
But I just want the huge things.
Every time we use a big item, it hastes a different item. We haste both cores. Yep. I don't know if we're able to... No, okay, yeah, we are. We're fine. We're okay. It's okay, this core is popping off. It's okay. Perfect. Perfect. 1.1 second Diamond Radiant Combat Core. We also have Defense Grid and Electrified Hull. So initially it bumps a thing once. Haste 2 small items for 2, so all of these get hasted. Every time the Radiant goes off, we have a lot of shield. We get to use it one more time when we reach half. Everything gets crit every time. And we have one freeze on slow. Lovely. This might be the most gross companion core lizard run I've ever done. It could have been a little bit better if we had cool LEDs, but as is, this looks gross. Just for reference, this is a deadly companion core. It doesn't look enchanted, but it is. So we have 4 different enchants. We have shielded, we have icy, icy. We have enemy cooldowns increased by 1 plus the 2. We have 5 2-second freezes. We have a slow freeze and a slow enabled by stop that. We have a burn freeze, a poison freeze. Poison giving our items crit, not really doing much, but if our opponent can't do anything, that seems... Yeah, I don't... Ah. There you were on 9 wins. It's a deadly companion core. Right. Pardon me. Plus 3 seconds is... gross. So, yeah. There's that. Alrighty. This was what I would consider to be a doomed run. But... we got ourselves an icy racecarl with building crescendo, overclocked, so our core is very low. Whenever we burn, we haste the core. Whenever we use the core, we haste the core. And then this, and then these haste each other, and they're reduced cooldown quite a bit. And this haste, of course. And then we have, when you freeze, give weapons 10. This freezes quite a lot. And creeping chill, of course.
If you have to ask the price.
These are heavy LEDs, so they slow 2 items for 2.
Neither wealthy.
Burn skill. We can get a burn freeze. I guess we're going for crit. Crit. It's not the best build, but it's just really nice that Icy racecarl exists. And our fiery core gets to start critting a lot. So, unless we get cryosphered, which it's very possible because it's day 15. And if we're being honest, day 15 should mean that our opponents have a lot of stuff. Also, this is a battery that's actually quite low, but can't use it over anything else. The only thing that we would want here is an upgraded scrap,
Yataria? The Dunes?
because that would make
Shall we start?
everything a lot simpler. This is the last shop of the day. So we're trying to get something good. Cooldown's reduced by 15. Don't think that's enough. One more. Well, we tried to find anything. Did not happen. 33,000 health by the opponent, so I'm assuming I'm getting one shot by whammy. Maybe I can freeze this because it's obsidian. Nice, it's frozen. Nice. Permanently frozen. Icy racecarl. Dooley meta in full effect. Full effect Dooley meta. That's a very late game crook with no radiant enchants. So actually I had a pretty good matchup. It wasn't a radiant double whammy. Okay. We'll take it. Dooley meta full swing.